Okay, everybody, this is Emar Sopertooth, the Sports Inquirer, and we're happy to be joined by Gunther Rankenburg, goalkeeper for Georgia State men's soccer. Gunther, how has the season been going so far for the team as you progress through the campaign?
It's been going pretty well. We had a rough start, kind of losing our first game, but then winning three on the bounce, and then traveling. We've had a few away games these past few games, I think three in a row. And then we lost to Belmont away, which is a tough surface, tough pitch, just tough game in general. And then we bounced back these past two games, obviously beating Winthrop and then beating Davidson on Tuesday night. And then finally now having a home game on Saturday, we'll be happy to play at home finally.
Yeah, your team's on a two-match winning streak, and you've won five of your last six, including that win at Davidson on September 21st. You posted your third shutout of the year. What was that performance like? How did the team do defensively? And you played in pretty rainy conditions throughout the contest. What is that like for you as a goalkeeper having to deal with that?
The pitch was actually in good condition. Like obviously it did rain, like I'd say majority of the game, but the pitch was in good condition. And then obviously we got on the board really quickly, which was kind of been like a downfall to us in the past few games. Like we haven't started like our strongest. So obviously it was really good to get on the board quickly. And then we defended for the second half, majority of it, obviously not giving them many great opportunities. And then we did well, defended well when we had to. And then obviously we scored really late to honestly finish it off. And it was good to obviously win and then keep that shutout.
You've been in a goalkeeper platoon throughout your career, your first 2 years until this year, your junior campaign. You are the main goalkeeper. You played every single match, I believe every single minute this season. What's that been like for you, seeing that increased playing time and being the main man in that position?
I mean, that's always been my goal, obviously, like pushing myself from freshman, sophomore, and now to try and play obviously every minute. And then last year, obviously, got like spell of a few games and played well. And now it's finally my time and hope to continue to keep playing well and keeping shutouts and keep my team in the game when I'm needed.
Is there a difference from your first 2 years to this year? Do you feel physically you had a little bit time more tired, or the teammates there? What's been the difference really just in this junior campaign as opposed to your first two when you were splitting that time at goalkeeper?
I mean, I just thought that he obviously last year Brett gave us like multiple opportunities, me and Tyson, where we both got opportunities to perform and we both did well. Obviously he did well keeping shutouts, and then when I played keeping shutouts, and then obviously had a successful season ending up last year, and then obviously in the conference finals just coming up short, and then this year obviously pushing for the same thing to keep as many shutouts as possible and obviously win.
Yeah, you mentioned you're going to have a home match coming up against Wofford. What about that home pitch? You're playing in downtown Atlanta on MLK Boulevard. What's that been like for the team having a new home location and training location as opposed to your previous spot in Decatur?
I think every single one, not even the players, I think the coaching, everyone else enjoys it as we should. Like it's a beautiful facility, beautiful field. Obviously, the view is unreal of the downtown skyline, and it's honestly just like a blessing because it's been in the talks for the past few years, and then COVID hit, honestly, and then that kind of like screwed things up. And but like now it's finally here, and it's just a blessing, really, that we can honestly go into training, have our locker rooms there, and then walk right out on our pitch. Whereas in the past, obviously, we had to take our like team vans to Panthersville, which was 15-minute drive, which wasn't really ideal. But now it's just perfect, really.
Yeah, and you mentioned COVID and pandemic last year. What about this year? Have things gone smoother, for the team? I know you have precautions and you have policies and things that you have to execute, but do you feel more comfortable this year in your 2021 as opposed to this time last year?
Yeah, I mean, obviously, like I hope the pandemic's kind of like seeing things out really and ending hopefully soon fully. But like now, obviously, it is because we can finally get like maximum capacity at our games and stuff, and people aren't like worried if they're gonna like come to a game that they're gonna get it and stuff like that. So it's just then obviously the player side of things, like we only have to wear masks when we're like traveling and stuff. So it's just been so much more easier this year, obviously, compared to last year.
And then you have Wofford coming up this Saturday on the 25th. You mentioned some things that you wanted to get better at the team, but just reiterate those. What are you looking to improve on or continue to do well as you go through this non-conference portion of the schedule?
Yeah, like obviously this just all of our non-conference games just lead up to the important ones, our conference games, which are coming up in a few weeks. So obviously we just need to keep getting ourselves better and playing well to go in moving into those conference games, come out strong, keep scoring goals, keep conceding none, and yeah, we'll just keep moving into the conference games coming up.
You were able to get some training this offseason with Peachtree City MOBA and USL too. What was that experience like for you? And I saw on your social media you led in goals against average, or you had a really successful campaign. But what was that like playing for in USL two, getting ready for your Georgia State season?
Yeah, that's the reason why I did it. Honestly, I did it my freshman year, and then last year we didn't really have a summer season, and then this year we did. But it's just really to keep me like ticking over into the Georgia State season, like keep me like playing games, keep me fit, keep me training, all of that. So it was really, I did have a very successful season and then summer season, and then obviously it's now carrying over into our season now.
Yeah, do you have any interactions with the USL, or is that a potential landing spot for you when your collegiate career ends? Have you made some inroads and some professional connections in that regard?
Yeah, I mean, that's hopefully the goal is to try and play professionally. And I think obviously I was leading the league in saves this year, and I did in 2019. And then also I got a lot of more recognition like on like save of the week, and I was even in the finals for save of the year. So hopefully my name got out there to whoever in the pro world, and then maybe people will give me a chance later on when I do. It's that time.
Yeah, and how does that work for collegiate soccer? We know, like in football and basketball, maybe some other sports of baseball, scouts come to games. There's a draft process, but every league kind of operates on its own. How do you guys prepare professionally, for that type of thing? Do you talk to agents? Do you talk to scouts that go to practices, or is that more in the summer with the USL as far as professional preparation?
I mean, obviously I think like our coaching staff here, like Brett has a lot of ties and knows a lot of people, obviously, considering Aris Briggs got drafted last year. And then we've had people in the past, like Max Hemmings is playing in the USL right now. So I think like it all just like once it's like come and gone, because you can't have an agent like when you're
Sure.
playing an NCAA. But like I guess once you're out of it, then that's when you start like actually like pursuing it more, I guess, because you're free from all the NCAA rules and stuff like that.
Have you looked at some NILs, or maybe trying to do
Um,
some sponsorships, or any of your teammates?
Yeah, like we were told like download like this app that has a lot of like sponsorship deals and stuff. And I've like kind of looked at it, but I haven't like really like reached out to anyone. But I mean, I'm open to any deals I can get, I guess, but I'm not really that big on pursuing them.
All right. Well, Gunther, we appreciate the time. Thank you for speaking with us, and good luck this weekend against Wofford.
Thank you so much for having me.